Good morning, Sophie. Are you hungry? Are you ready for some milkies? Yeah? Okay, so Miss Sophie has finished eating. She was just on the boobies for 20 minutes and she seems pretty content now, so we're going to go downstairs so I can have my breakfast too. And please excuse my voice if you can hear that. I am still getting over a cold that Victor brought from school, so my throat's a bit sore, but yeah, shall we go downstairs so I can have breakfast too? Okay, so I've just popped her in the swing that we have, and she loves it in there so much. She's usually fine in there for quite a while, so I will take this opportunity to have my breakfast. You happy now, Miss Sophie? Belly full of milk? Yeah, she's got the hiccups, poor thing. So the boys have just gone off to school. You can see he's got a bit of craft this morning. Yeah, so Victor is in school today. It's a Friday, and my husband's still at home. Thankfully, he's got quite a while off work, you know, for paternity leave, which is really nice. And so he's doing the school runs for now. Let me tell you, having a cough after a C-section, definitely not fun. But I feel like I'm getting better now, so that's good. For breakfast, I'm just going to have something so random. I'm having some chicken pate. You may or may not know, but when you're pregnant, you're not supposed to have any kind of liver products. So I haven't had this in such a long time, and it's not something that I usually eat anyway, like very often. But I think because you're not supposed to eat it in pregnancy, it's all I'm craving now, which is so weird. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have for breakfast on toast, and I'm gonna make a coffee as well, and then I'm gonna start getting ready because we have an appointment this morning. Yeah, probably the most random craving for breakfast, but yeah, that's what I'm going to have. She seems pretty happy in there. Okay, I just got done with my breakfast. I would usually kind of go around and tidy a bit, but I want to go upstairs and get ready just because I'm not sure if I'm gonna have time otherwise, because we have the appointment quite early. But she's been content in there the whole time. She will usually sit in here when I cook like dinner or have my breakfast or whatever, which is really nice because it's nice to be able to enjoy your meal when you're a mom, isn't it? But yeah, I'm gonna take her upstairs now. We're gonna go upstairs. Sophie, I can't believe she's over 2 weeks already. She's growing so fast, aren't you? I just feel like I want to soak up these moments. Yeah, I just don't want her to grow too fast. Don't grow too fast. So when I pop her in here during the day, I don't usually swaddle her. I just put her with the blankie and I kind of tuck it under the mattress just so that she can't pull it over her. But during the night, I won't use a cover like this because she will just kick it off anyway. So yeah, swaddles are much better for the night. But yeah, during the day, I can kind of keep an eye on her anyway. Okay, I'm gonna go get dressed quickly. We are nearly ready to go, aren't we, Sophie? Oh no. You don't like getting changed, do you? There we go. There we go, Sophie. Okay, so I think I've packed everything. Changing mat, got nappies in there. I've got wipes in the front, and I've got a water bottle for me and a change of clothes, and then I've got my phone and purse, and then we've got little baby here falling asleep. So I'm gonna just pack her in, put a blankie on and a hat, and we're good to go.
I can't let you go, baby. I just wanna tell you that no, no, no. that you got me started, I just can't stop. No, no.
And we're back home. She slept the entire time. Didn't you? I think she will be getting hungry soon. It's been about 2.5 hours since she had her morning milkies, so I think she will be wanting some more soon. And we got her registered this morning.
Hey, you, though you might be a liar and a cheat too, I just can't quit you now 'cause I love you. Yes, I do. I can't let you go, baby. I can't let you go, baby. 'Cause I love you, I love you, I love you. No, 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 no.
Yeah, so we are back home. We just registered baby Sophie, so she's officially Sophie now. She's still asleep actually. She doesn't seem to be hungry just yet, so I think I'm just gonna take like 10 minutes to kind of blitz around here. It's not too bad, but just kind of from this morning. I'm also gonna take my prenatals. I'm still taking those because I'm breastfeeding, and then I've got the little vitamin D drop to give to her when I'm going to be breastfeeding her next.
Oh, baby, I gotta tell you that I've been looking for love so true. When I was down and out, along came you. Though you might be a liar and a cheat too, I just can't quit you now 'cause I love you. Yes, I do. I can't let you go, baby. I can't let you go, baby. 'Cause I love you, I love you, I love you. No, 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 no.
It's nappy change time.
She's ready to eat. I didn't have romance, but after I met you, I felt it was my chance. Well, nobody tells me good things about you, baby. I'm gonna stay right here and adore me, maybe. I can't let you go. I can't let you go. Yeah. I can't let you go. Yeah.
Let's see if she'll have a little sleep in here so we can have some lunch. So no, she doesn't like that pillow so far. That's better, isn't it? So I'm making lunch for us, and she still seems a bit unsettled. So I think she's still a bit hungry, and we are doing combo feeding, in case I haven't mentioned it. I don't think I have in this video. So she's on the breast, and then we also top up with some formula as well. So she's gonna have a little bit of this. I don't think she'll have all of it. I made her 2 ounces, like 60 milliliters. She might not have all of it, but yeah, let me pop it in some cold water so it can cool off. Pardon?
Oh, yeah, 'cause I love you. Yeah.
Oh, look at that sunshine in here. It's making me so happy. I love the winter sunshine, and I'm so excited to be getting into spring. I got some tulips the other day from Tesco's, and yeah, I'm just so ready for spring now. So we're going to have our lunch. I'm gonna take this in the living room. I also have another one for my husband. So we're gonna have our lunch, finish watching the episode of You, and then it's such a nice day. I think I'm gonna go outside for a little walk with her around the neighborhood. 'Cause yeah, it's just so lovely, and I'm trying to get out at least once a day just to kind of have a little walk, even if it's 10 or 15 minutes, because it's good for me to move as well with the C-section. It really helps with the recovery, and I am feeling quite good now. Like, I'm not getting a lot of pain anymore, so that's good. Oh, and I just wanted to show you, just saw Victor's drawing he brought from school. He drew the whole family. That's his dad. He's always so huge in all the pictures. That's me, that's Victor, and then that's baby Sophie. So cute. think that's better after a little top up. She's pretty good now, she's settled down, so I'm going to put her in the pram and go outside for a little walk. I'm going to listen to a little podcast or something while I do that, and Hubby's just going to relax for a bit because he will be going on the school run with Victor soon. He's going to go pick him up, and they usually kind of walk, especially if the weather is nice, and they stop at the playground as well. So yeah, he's just catching his breath before he has to go do that. So yeah, I'm going to head outside and enjoy this lovely weather. I think she just didn't like that I moved her.
Some people say money gets you everything, but it don't make me happy. It's not the reason my heart sings. 'Cause what I've got, you couldn't put a price on that. 'Cause I got something real. 'Cause I got love, love. I got love, love. I got love. I got love. Some people
Back from our walk and she's fast asleep, so I'm gonna try to put her on the sofa and just relax for a bit as well.
it's hard to make it all worthwhile. 'Cause what I've got surely makes the world go round. 'Cause I got something real.
Just going to make myself a tea. So I've got this mama tea. What's it called? Hot tea mama. I think that's the name of it. And it's got a bunch of herbs that are supposed to help with lactation, with your milk supply. So I'm just trying to have one of these a day, and I've put some honey in there as well, so that it helps with my throat. So it's kind of 2 in 1. And then I'm also taking these capsules, the fenugreek ones. And you take 2 of these a day, and they're supposed to help with your milk supply as well. So okay, so I've just been sat here editing a video, and she is just sleeping here. She's been sleeping quite peacefully. Then she had a feed, and then she went back down in there. Sometimes she kind of fusses a bit and wants to be picked up. Oh, and then she will go back down. She actually sleeps quite well after we have a walk. So once I came back from our walk, she slept for quite a while in there. So I got some editing done. It's nearly 3 p.m. so my husband just went to do the school run, and then they'll probably stop at the playground, and they usually stay at the playground quite a while, just playing with his school friends. And then once they get back, we'll probably have dinner. We usually have dinner at around 5ish, so I'm just going to carry on editing for a while, and then I'll go get started on dinner. She will probably feed, I think, around 4, because she feeds around every 3 hours or so, sometimes 2 hours if she's just been on the boob. Yeah, usually around 3 hours during the daytime is when I will wake her up to have a feed. So every 3 hours. She's just on a poop. So yeah, during the day I do wake her up every 3 hours, and then during the night I let her sleep for however long she wants to. But even during the night she does kind of wake up every 3 hours on her own. She's had, I think, a couple of times when she slept 4 hours. But I know for newborns, 3 hours is kind of like what you would expect anyway. And in the first week or so, I would actually put an alarm on my phone to wake up after 3 hours to feed her, just because she was a bit jaundiced. So they do recommend that you wake them up to feed, because they're extra sleepy if they have, you know, a bit of jaundice. But that cleared up quite quickly for her, so that was good. She didn't need the lamp or anything. So yeah, now I'm kind of a bit more relaxed with kind of letting her sleep at night. for longer if she wants to. She's also back at her birth weight. She was back at her birthday on day 5 at our midwife appointment, so that was good. And now she's actually grown even more, so I just can't believe I feel like she's growing so fast already. And yeah, I'm not ready for the newborn days to end. Yeah, I feel like my voice is just annoying me because of this cold that we have, but what can you do? Yeah, I just wanted to mention this because I have been having chats with people on Instagram and just kind of shared this on my stories, and a lot of other moms have messaged me back that they can relate very much to this, and they have felt this way as first-time moms as well. So when I had Victor, we actually had a lot of trouble with feeding him. He wasn't latching on properly, he just wouldn't stay on the breast very well, and he also had reflux, so that made it so much worse. Feeding him was not easy, and so I think, I don't know if it's because of that or just kind of our experience in hospital with him, because he wasn't put on my breast like in the first day very much at all, and so obviously that didn't help with my supply. And then I don't know if it was maybe my thyroid issues, because I do get thyroid issues when I'm pregnant, so that might have an effect on my supply. I don't know what it was, but my supply was just awful with Victor, my milk supply. And he, in the first like week of his life, was probably one of the most stressful. He was just so unhappy. He would cry a lot, and he kept losing weight, which they're not supposed to do. They're supposed to put back the weight, you know, to get back to their birth weight. And he just kept losing weight, and he got really dehydrated as well. He wasn't wetting nappies, and yeah, it was just so stressful until I finally decided to start giving him formula. And honestly, I felt so guilty doing that. Like, there's so much shame, I feel like, with formula feeding. Even these days, I feel like there's quite a push to exclusively breastfeed, which, don't get me wrong, obviously it's amazing if you can breastfeed, and if that works for you, that's great. But I also feel like it doesn't have to be exclusive. Like, for me at least, this time around, I just wanted to kind of prioritize my mental health, because I know with Victor, during the first year of his life, I just felt awful because of this. I felt so much guilt over formula feeding him, and because of that, I actually, so he wouldn't latch on after a while. He just wouldn't go on my breast at all. And what I did was I pumped milk for, I think, 11 months of his life. And so we would feed him kind of maybe half breast milk and then half formula for the first 11 months of his life. And it was just hard. Now that I think back, it really affected my mental health, and it really made me feel like such a crap mom, because I wasn't exclusively breastfeeding him. And yeah, so this time around, I just wanted to have no pressure whatsoever. I just wanted to feel more relaxed and to feel more confident, which I am. I feel like I'm enjoying these weeks with her. I'm just feeling in a much better place. And yeah, what we do is I put her on the breast for every single feed during the day, and sometimes she's fine with how much she's getting from my breast, and sometimes she still fusses. Like, if she's been on my breast for like 40 minutes sometimes, and then she's still like, you know, rooting, looking for the breast, then that's kind of my cue to give her a top up. And I know that's so controversial. Like, you know, there will be people with a lot of opinion and advice on how to get her to exclusively breastfeed, but for me, like, I don't want that to stress me out and to put a lot of pressure, because I just know it would make me feel miserable. And yeah, so during the day I mostly breastfeed, and then I give her a few top-ups, and then at night is when she gets most of the formula. It's probably like half and half-ish, I'm not sure. Like, obviously I can't know how much she's getting from my breasts, but yeah, that's what I've been doing. It's made such a big difference in how I feel and like my mindset this time around, and mentally I feel so much better this time around, and so much more confident and happy and kind of content with how everything's going. So I just wanted to say, for any other mamas out there, especially if you're a first-time mom and breastfeeding is not going great for you and you have to formula feed, or you choose to formula feed, there's no shame in that. You're simply, you know, feeding your child and loving your child, and I just don't feel like we should have this guilt attached to bottle feeding, because there's just no need for it. Yeah, for us, it's just working really great doing both. And yes, I think combo feeding is just the best thing for us. I guess that's just my little TED talk on breastfeeding. Oh, and I just wanted to mention an app I've been using with Sophie. I've been using the Huckleberry, is it called? Yeah, Huckleberry, and it helps me track her feeding. I used to track her nappies as well, like in the beginning days, because they do ask you a lot. The midwives will ask you, you know, how many nappies has she had in the past 24 hours. And so I was tracking that in the beginning, but not so much anymore, because she's fine and she's growing and she's had plenty of wet nappies throughout the day. But yeah, I do track her feeds just because it's easier for me to remember, you know, when she's had a bottle or when she's had the breast and for how long, and just things like that. And I've also connected my husband's phone as well, so he has the app too, and it kind of syncs up automatically, so that's really nice. So yeah, it's just a really handy app to have. And also I feel like she's such a calm baby. I would say she's been so easy so far. Like, I'm not sure if it's because, you know, it's my second baby and I kind of knew what to expect and I just kind of know what I'm doing, I guess. But yeah, just feeling so lucky about that. She's actually sleeping really well at night too, so she wakes up every 3 hours to feed, and then she will generally go back quite easily. I also have a video that I think I already put up, or it's coming soon. I'm not sure what order I'm gonna put them up in, but it's a night in the life, or like a night with a newborn. So if you want to see kind of what I'm doing, then you can have a look at that. I'm not sure if it's all the little things that I'm doing that are helping her be a good sleeper, or if she just is naturally, like, you never know, do you? But yeah, I do think it's kind of helpful what I'm trying to do with her, and I think it will be in the long term as well. Yeah, she goes to bed any time between around 7 to 8, which is the same bedtime that Victor has. So we're kind of aiming for that. Obviously, it's not a hard routine by any means with a newborn. And what I have been doing that I think has really helped me not feel, you know, too sleep deprived is I go to bed right after she does. So last night I went to bed at 8 p.m. and I woke up at around 7:40 a.m. and I got 8 hours and 22 minutes of sleep. Now it is broken sleep. She woke up around 10, 1 and then 4 to have a feed, and that takes me anything between like 30 minutes to an hour to feed her. But yeah, I think that's not too bad for a newborn. Like, I feel quite rested. Even though it's broken sleep, it's quite a big chunk. I think I have to stop talking because I'm kind of losing my voice here. But yeah, she's wide awake now. Hello, Sophie. Hello, Sophie. Hello, Sophie, Soph. She's just had an outfit change because she had a little poop explosion, didn't you? This onesie it was Victor's, wasn't it? And now it's yours. Yeah, and I think she's ready for another feed, aren't you? It's nearly 4 p.m. I think. So yeah, she's due another feed. And this nappy caddy that I've got here is so handy. I actually need to bring a refill, but I keep their wipes and nappies and a change of clothes. This was in there, so yeah, that's super handy to have downstairs, isn't it? So we don't have to run upstairs every time we need to change. Okay, shall we have a feed? Shall we have some milkies? Okay, so it's a bit later on. She has fed. I'm just going to pump for a bit. So this is the pump that I'm using. It's the Mom Cozy one, and it's a double one, an electric one, and it's hands-free. It's really, really amazing. So I've been loving using this. I don't really use it every single day, but just kind of when I want to up my supply a bit, or just if, you know, my boobs feel uncomfortable and I want to get some milk out. So I'm just gonna pop these on quick. Hello. I missed you.
Well, why is baby dressed like that?
That's your pajama from when you were a baby.
Oh.
Okay, so Sophie's quite content in there now. I think she's probably going to be sleeping. And Victor, are you coming to have your dinner soon?
I'm cutting these out and then I'm coming.
Okay. And I am getting started on dinner. So obviously Victor's dinner is all ready to go because he's just so hungry when he comes back. But for us, I'm going to make some linguine. So I've got linguine. I'm going to use some bacon, asparagus, shallot, garlic, and then I'm gonna make a little sauce with a bit of vegetable stock and some creme fraiche, and I'm just gonna top it with cheese, and yeah, it's going to be dinner for tonight. What are you writing?
Something in this box. Sun.
Well done. You like writing, don't you?
Get blue, I got the loving for you. Yeah, I'll be there.
So I've just finished kind of clearing up here. Hubby just did the dishwasher. He emptied it and reloaded it as well. It's really helpful when we kind of tag team like that. I've got bottles all ready for the night, and then I've got these just the little dispensers. These are by Tommy TP as well. So I've got 4 of them. I'm not sure if I'm gonna need all 4, but we'll see. And then I've got my pump parts all clean. Yeah, so this I'm just gonna pop upstairs with me when we go upstairs for bedtime. And then I just made some tea. This is for my husband, this is for me. Just honey and lemon tea because I need that for my throat. And I've got to say, I'm so pleased I did the whole kind of minimalism declutter thing before we had Sophie, because it's definitely helped so much. Like just having all the cupboards clear and, you know, as minimal as possible, it's definitely helped a lot to stay on top of things easier. Even if things start piling on, it's never like too much, and it doesn't get that overwhelming, especially since my husband can also help, and so we can kind of stay on top of things. But yeah, minimalizing things definitely helped a lot.
Do
you like that? You think she likes it?
Yes.
Oh, gotta clean those rolls. I did feed her before the bath, just kind of breastfed her so that she wasn't super hungry, but I think she wants some more, don't you? Are you ready for some more milkies before bed? Yeah? Oh, that was a nice bath. That was a nice bath. Okay, so that's it. You're all ready for bed, aren't you? I'm just gonna give her another feed. And it's nearly 7. It's 7:45, isn't it? So we're gonna have another feed. And then I'm gonna put her to bed, and I'm just gonna put her in the swaddle. Got the swaddle all laid out there. And yeah, hope you have enjoyed coming along with us today. And I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.